Do you have any advice for somebody going through something that they can't explain to anybody?
I mean, the only thing I would say is, even if you don't know what's going on in your head, just talk about it. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, talk about it, because you don't have to be able to express yourself eloquently for someone to be able to support you. As long as they're there as an ear and you feel like you're not going through it alone, even if it's just one person, make sure that you have someone that you can just express yourself to and vent to. And also, don't ever think that you're being a burden, because if they're your friend, they should be there for better or for worse. Like,
I really do. Guys, this video is about mental illness and keeping an eye on your mental health. Please do forgive the whole smiling and the whole laughing and stuff like that, because this is the only way, like, you know, I can talk about situations like this. And yeah, I hope y'all can take something from there. How did you manage when, you know, I came to you and, you know, told you about, you know, myself and expressed to you that I really don't think I'm okay? Like, how did you process that information, like, just for everybody else?
I don't know. For me, I just feel like I feel people's emotions. So when people tell me like they feel bad, I'm a very empathetic person. So for me, you almost have to treat it like you're treating yourself. Like my friends are an extension of me. So if my friends are going through something, I feel like I'm going through it exactly with them. So it was one of my priorities, like, make sure that he's occupied, make sure that, you know, he knows about himself. You have to tell, sometimes you have to be another person's champion when they can't champion themselves. You have to encourage them, show them like all the good things they've done, all the people they've impacted, all the things that are there for them in the future that they're going to like be a part of. Because like for him, for example, I see his light is so bright, and I think he's heard me say a million times, and it might not like have the same effects, but that's one thing I'm really certain of. And I really do feel like, I don't know, I've got a little bit of intuition with certain things. So yeah, if you see potential in your friend, and not just potential, but you see that there's a spark there, you should never let that die out. Like, even if they don't see their flame, you need to see it for them, you need to let them know. So I think that was my main thing, just encouraging and making sure that you're focused and you're doing something with your time, and not just like sitting in the dark dwelling on the negatives, because a lot of the time your mind is your worst, like your worst enemy. So if you're just there, an idle mind is the devil's playground. So if you're just there doing nothing, then it's just going to be like yourself, a cycle.
Because most people feel like, most people that are going through something feel like isolation is the best thing. Let me separate myself from the outside world. It is to an extent, but then you still need to have people to lean upon, because you can't do it yourself. Because the thing that I always have in my head is that I'm a lone soldier, I can do it myself. Yep, I don't want to burden anybody, I don't want to say this, I don't want to say that. I can do it, I can sort it myself. But most of the times when I do that, I always end up 10 times as worse than I initially began. And that's when I need, you know, people to drag me back up, because at that point I can't even do it myself. What I'm gonna say is, like, be very careful who you allow into your life, because there's some people who don't, they come off as if they, you know, they have your best interests at heart. They will always be there for you, but when, you know, real comes to real, where are they? Yeah, oh my god, mental illness awareness day, they post about it, yeah, you know, they're there like that. But when the actual symptoms actually arises within one of their friends, where are they to be found? You know, I surrounded myself with people who I thought, yes, these people are going to be there for me, they're going to be there, we're gonna grow up together, our kids are going to know each other and stuff like that. And the moment I started acting a bit off,
where they at though? They
just didn't get me. They didn't get me at all. And it's not like they even tried to get me. And that's even the upsetting part about it. Like, they didn't even try. They just was like, oh, yeah, he's gone. I really do thank God that I went through something that time, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have met this, we wouldn't have gotten like close, like, at all. Like, so I really do thank God for that part of my life.
I think with a lot of people as well, like when their friends are going through mental stuff, because they have so much going on in their life, they don't realize like your friend may be suffering. And also, you don't see the little signs. Just because someone looks like everything's going well, their grades are good, this is good, they've got a relationship, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And I think it's so important to just ask your friends, like, actually, how are you? How are you mentally? How are you emotionally? Because just because someone's smiling all the time and making everyone laugh, a lot of the time, those are the people that are hurting the most, and they use that as their coping mechanism. So you need to actually have like those deep conversations with your friends, and not everyday banter. Some days actually check up on how they're doing, because
how's your headspace?
you never know. How
you doing? What are you thinking of in this moment in time? Little gestures like that really go a very, very long way. And like something, an advice I can give to people out there is like, relating back to your video that you recorded today, like always give people the respect, and because we're all human beings at the end of the day, we were all given birth to by somebody great, and we're all child of the Most High, and power to the people in that. But you know, like we all need to give each other respect, because we just never know. You look at somebody, they're perfect, but
literally you don't know what your little gesture can do for someone else's day. Like they don't have to be someone that's been there since day one for you to be able to check up on them. Like if you should just be able to tell from people's vibes. Like your friend's off, they've been at home all the time, they never come out anymore. Like if they've suddenly switched up, there's usually a reason for it. You can't just always take what people say as, oh, I'm fine, and then that's it. That's not good enough. Like sometimes you really have to ask those questions, and even if it's an awkward and uncomfortable conversation, you know in yourself, like you can give yourself that peace of mind. You don't have to ask what if, because God forbid anything ever happened to my friends. I know me, I would feel guilty. I feel like I should have checked up on them more. So you should just be that person, and you don't have to wait till it's their birthday or till it's Christmas or till it's this day and that day to show your appreciation. Sometimes just randomly send them a message telling them how amazing they are.
Girl, I love what you're doing. Like, you know,
big up yourself, support their staff. Like you don't know how much further that could push them and encourage them and motivate them, because it's not every day big up celebrities. Some days like actually support, encourage, like motivate and talk to your friends on a deeper level than just what you wearing to this party and what's the next motive. Like it's important.
Honestly, it's come to the point now that, you know, when I'm going through something, like it's like I already know that you already know in my head, and it's not like I'm always waiting for it. It's like I know that Jerry's about to send me something that's going to big up my mood, and I'm always looking forward to it. And just those little gestures really do go a long way. Like, and yeah, it was supposed to be a quick video, but yeah, I just have like a little advice for y'all. You know, if anybody's going through any mental illness, like, or just going through anything, like it can be the smallest thing, it can be the biggest thing. Everything is the same size. Everything's as bad as each other. Please, please, please speak to somebody. If you can't even speak, text somebody, or like, if you want, you can DM me. Like honestly, I'm literally here for it. Like I wouldn't want to say that I've been through a lot in my life. I've been through my fair share of things that I feel like I can advise, you know, other people through their own issues. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. The worst you can ever get from somebody is a no, or, you know, I don't want to hear it. And babe, there's thousands of other people out there that will want to hear you. Thousands of other people that want to hear your story. So please, 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 like, speak to somebody. Everybody has a story, and it's just important.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Where's right?